The earth hummed with life. Cities pulsed, oceans whispered, skies stretched wide and blue. At 6:47 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, that harmony shattered. A low, bone-rattling hum vibrated through the air, growing louder until it drowned out morning traffic and birdsong. People froze, eyes darting upward. Across every continent, from Lagos to Shanghai, the same sight choked breaths. Massive ships, their hulls a grotesque fusion of metal and flesh, tore through the clouds. They didn't hover, they loomed, casting shadows that swallowed whole cities. No radio crackled with demands, no lights blinked in greeting. Just that hum, relentless, like a predator's growl. In New York, a firefighter named Carter paused mid-step, his coffee spilling as he gaped at the sky. In Seoul, a hacker called Ji-hoon watched his screens flicker, unplugged from any network yet alive with static. In a Nebraska field, a farmer named Elena shielded her eyes, her tractor idling as a ship's silhouette dwarfed her horizon. News feeds erupted. CNN screamed, "Invasion!" while X-posts flooded with shaky videos of angular craft disgorging troops. Governments scrambled, their secure lines buzzing with panic. NORAD's radars blinked red, tracking hundreds of objects, each moving with precision no human tech could match. Then the aliens spoke. A single message, cold and mechanical, hijacked every device, phones, radios, even smart fridges. In every language, it declared, "Submit or perish." No negotiation, no terms. Just 3 words that turned 7 billion stomachs to ice. Dropships descended, their ramps vomiting creatures that defied biology. Tall, insectoid, with limbs like scythes and eyes that glowed without warmth. They carried weapons that hummed with energy, each shot melting tanks to slag. In Tokyo, skyscrapers crumbled under plasma barrages. In London, Parliament Square became a graveyard of twisted metal and ash. Fighter jets roared into dogfights, only to erupt in midair, their missiles glancing off shields that rippled like oil on water. Humanity's defenses buckled. Generals barked orders, but strategy dissolved against an enemy that didn't pause, didn't tire. In Cairo, a battalion vanished in a flash of green light. In Sydney, naval ships sank before firing a shot. The aliens carved paths of destruction, methodical, as if Earth were a carcass to be stripped. Carter pulled a child from rubble, his hands shaking but steady. Ji-hoon typed furiously, chasing a hunch about the alien signal. Elena gripped her rifle, watching light streak across her fields. Across the globe, fear mingled with defiance. Whispers of fight, not flight. 2 hours in, hope seemed a cruel joke. Alien footholds spread, beachheads in deserts, mountains, cities. Then a glitch. The alien broadcast stuttered, replaced by a rogue signal, sharp and chaotic, looping a single phrase. "We're still here." Carter's radio crackled with it. Ji-hoon's screen lit up. Elena heard it on her old CB. Something stirred. A spark, faint but growing, hinting humanity wasn't done yet. The alien signal faltered, its cold command fracturing into static. Across Earth, screens and speakers buzzed with that rogue pulse. "We're still here." In a Shanghai basement, May, a young engineer with sleepless eyes, hunched over a scavenged alien device. Its circuits pulsed like veins, alien but not incomprehensible. She'd cracked its frequency in hours, her team, coders, mechanics, a janitor who knew radios, working in sync. Their makeshift jammer hummed, sending ripples through the invaders' network. Shields flickered on alien ships, exposing metal that sparked under human bullets. May's fingers danced on keys, each line of code a middle finger to the enemy. Worldwide, others joined the fight. In Rio, street kids rigged EMPs from car batteries, frying alien drones that crashed in fiery heaps. In Moscow, a grizzled general named Volkov dusted off Soviet playbooks, baiting aliens into subway tunnels rigged with gas and flame. Guerrilla bands struck, fast, messy, human. In Nairobi, a teacher led her students to sabotage a landing zone with hacked construction bots. In Chicago, a nurse-turned-sniper picked off alien scouts, her scope steady despite her fear. The invaders, built for conquest, hadn't planned for chaos. Their movements slowed, confused, as if their hive mind stuttered. Humans adapted where aliens couldn't. In Delhi, a cab driver hotwired a downed dropship, crashing it into a command post. In Texas, a pilot named Sarah rammed her burning F-16 into a hovering cruiser, the explosion lighting up the night. Her sacrifice rippled. Ex-posts called her a hero, rallying strangers to fight. May's jammer spread, shared by hackers from Berlin to Bogota. Alien shields dropped in patches, their weapons misfired, and their troops hesitated, unmoored without orders. The invaders' arrogance, expecting a species to roll over, cracked under human spite. The alien leader, a vast intelligence pulsing in the mothership, felt its control slip. It had studied Earth's wars, its tech, its fractures, but not its pulse. Humans didn't break cleanly. They fought dirty, loved fiercely, raged illogically. In Sydney, fishermen sank a dropship with harpoons and dynamite. In Paris, artists blinded alien sensors with laser shows. Every act, small or grand, bled the invaders' momentum. May's team pushed their rig to its limit, sparks flying as they broadcast globally, turning alien tech against its makers. By the second hour's end, the tide hadn't turned, not fully. Cities still burned, millions hid or died, and the aliens regrouped, their leader calculating a new plan. But humanity's spark grew brighter. Ji-hoon in Seoul linked with May's network, feeding her data. Carter in New York rallied survivors for a stand. Elena in Nebraska aimed her rifle at a low-flying scout. The rogue signal screamed louder, a global chant of defiance, promising the invaders something they couldn't compute. Humans didn't just survive, they fought back. May's signal roared across frequencies, shredding alien control. Shields collapsed on ships from Mumbai to Montreal, exposing hulls to human wrath. In a Pacific storm, the mothership loomed, its core now traceable thanks to May's hack. A global coalition, soldiers, coders, even kids with drones, zeroed in. Fighter jets screamed through rain, dodging plasma bursts that lit the sky. A Brazilian pilot weaved past debris, her missile locking on. In orbit, repurposed satellites fired kinetic rods, punching holes in alien armor. Below, a fisherman's trawler, packed with fuel, rammed a dropship, the blast shaking the sea. On land, resistance surged. In Lagos, market traders and cops stormed an alien outpost, wielding machetes and stolen energy rifles. In Berlin, hackers hijacked alien relays, broadcasting taunts that scrambled their orders. Chicago's streets roared with defiance. Cabbies, baristas, welders fought side by side, retaking a bridge with pipe bombs and grit. Volkov's Moscow traps detonated, burying invaders in rubble. Nairobi's teacher led her students to safety, their sabotage complete. The aliens, built for precision, choked on humanity's chaos. The mothership faltered, its glow dimming as May's virus wormed deeper. Ji-hoon fed her real-time data, his keyboard a weapon. Sarah's sacrifice echoed. Pilots worldwide flew kamikaze runs, each crash weakening the enemy. In London, Carter hauled a wounded teen to cover, then fired at a scuttling alien, his shotgun deafening. Elena's Nebraska shot clipped a scout's leg, grounding it. Every hit, every hack, bled the invaders' strength. Their troops moved sluggishly, their hive mind glitching as human defiance jammed its thoughts. The alien leader, its consciousness vast but fraying, sensed doom. It had dismissed humans as fractured, weak, yet here they were, united in rage. It flashed to Earth's past. Spartans at Thermopylae, rebels at Stalingrad, hackers toppling empires. It hadn't accounted for this stubborn, messy will. Desperate, it triggered a final protocol. A planet-killing pulse to glass Earth's surface. Its core hummed, charging, as dropships rallied to protect it. The command pulsed through their network, clear and cold. End this world. Humans intercepted it. May's team, sweating in their overheating lab, caught the signal's signature. Ji-hoon traced its path. A Mexican satellite tech redirected an orbital laser, scorching the mothership's flank. A Japanese submarine launched torpedoes, their blasts rocking the alien behemoth. On X, posts screamed coordinates, rallying anyone with a radio or rocket. The aliens fought back, their weapons carving scars across oceans and cities, but cracks spread in their unity. The hive mind wavered, its orders garbled. As the third hour ticked closer, humanity pressed harder. The mothership's core flickered, exposed. Carter reloaded. Elena aimed. May typed faster. The world held its breath, not for surrender, but for the chance to strike. To prove humans weren't prey, but predators who'd fight to their last. The mothership's core pulsed, its doomsday charge seconds from firing. May's virus surged, a digital scream that fried alien circuits. Sparks erupted in her lab, but she kept typing, her screen blazing with code. Across the Pacific, jets and drones swarmed the faltering ship, their missiles tearing through weakened armor. A Kenyan pilot's rocket struck true, the blast rippling outward. On land, resistance crushed alien stragglers. Lagos machetes hacked limbs, Moscow flames roared, Chicago's bridge held firm. In Nebraska, Elena's final shot shattered an alien skull, its body slumping in her field. The mothership shuddered, its hum choking into silence. May's virus locked its core, and a global barrage, torpedoes, lasers, even a rigged oil tanker, hit at once. The sky ignited, metal raining into the sea. Smaller ships, tied to the hive mind, spiraled and crashed, their lights snuffed out. From Tokyo to Toronto, cheers rose, raw and ragged, as the invasion ended, 3 hours after it began. The aliens, so sure of victory, were gone. Earth lay scarred. Cities smoldered, their skylines jagged with ruin. Millions were gone. Families, friends, strangers who'd fought or fled. In New York, Carter limped through debris, guiding survivors to aid, his hands bloodied but gentle. In Seoul, Ji-hoon stared at a blank screen, mourning a teammate lost to a collapsing roof. Elena knelt in her field, rifle down, watching dawn break over a world both broken and alive. X-posts shared names of the fallen, each a spark of grief and pride. Humanity didn't pause long. Engineers like May salvaged alien wreckage, their tech now Earth's to reshape. Leaders met, not in bunkers but open air, vowing to rebuild stronger, together. In Paris, a girl found a daisy pushing through cracked pavement, its petals bright against ash. In Rio, singers filled streets with defiant songs. The cost was heavy, but so was the lesson. Humans endured. They'd faced annihilation and spat in its face, not with perfect plans, but with heart, messy, fierce, unbreakable. The aliens had miscalculated. They saw Earth's chaos, its feuds, its flaws, and called it weakness. They missed the truth. That chaos forged resilience. Humans bickered, loved, stumbled. Yet when cornered, they became a storm. The firefighter, the hacker, the farmer, they weren't heroes by design, but by choice. The invader's hive mind couldn't grasp that spark, that will to fight when logic said quit. Earth's story, written in blood and fire, proved it again. Humanity didn't just survive, it thrived. As stars emerged over quiet battlefields, people looked up, no longer afraid. The galaxy waited, vast and unknown, but Earth stood ready. Rebuilding would take years, scars would linger, but so would the fire that turned invaders to ash. Humans, flawed and stubborn, would carve their name deeper, not just on Earth, but beyond.